JonTron's StarCade, Episode 3, Star Wars Chess. Feel there was a spike in audio there. I feel like it's louder than the last two, which awesome on the audio guy for doing that if that's the case.
Hey, Chewbacca! Thanks for coming on the program, buddy. How you doing? All right, and I'm assuming you will sign this waiver stating that you are actually the real Chewbacca? Okay, that's right. Sign there.
I love this because there have been so many people over the years that have accused Lucas and and Star Wars for just profiling, right? Like how all of the bald-headed dudes are just, you know, jazz orchestrators at pubs, or you know, all Wookiees are just warring. And there's a number of accusations and allegations that have been thrown around. So this is actually, I feel, is a deeper meme in and of itself.
Okay, buddy. Hey, and just for your safety in mind, please, while you're on the set at all times, you're gonna have to wear this bad boy. Keep that safe. All right. I'm JonTron, and this is Deseric with a Wookiee.
Oh no.
Oh, I win! That was even easier than I thought it'd be.
How expensive are those today? Because we all know that 2020 and the Pokemon card thing, every collector's market is in a bubble since then. Like Pokemon Black and White copies, Black 2, White 2, were selling on Amazon for like $500. How expensive were those? And how expensive are those today? Oh no.
This big stupid asshole.
Don's got a range. She's got a vocal range.
Everyone. Sorry for that brief hiatus. I'd like to take full responsibility for how much of a
Sore loser this guy is over here. Yeah, what? Huh? That's the last time
Look like
I
Josh Peck,
Wookiee
yeah.
on Craigslist? I'm being honest with you. I don't even think this guy's a real Chewbacca.
My God.
As many of us have learned the hard way, playing a round of Deseric Hollow chess with a Wookiee can be risky. But if you've still got a hankering for some Star Wars board game related strategy, well, I've got just the thing for you.
God, all of those are going to be so expensive now. This is more depressing more than anything, considering how everything has gone up in price, especially collectors markets that are in themselves bubbles.
Star Wars chess. Please, no pushing, no grabbing. You'll all get your turn.
I really do miss, like, I do miss this old style of, like, art. I really do. Like, even, like, movie art, cover art from, like, the 70s, the 80s. I really miss it. It's a lot better than just a lot of the CGI stuff we have. Don't get me wrong, as somebody that loves CGI, I mean, like, I love good CGI, right? I love Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, something like The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug, which I love the movie. There are some points, like the barrel riding scene, which I'm like, okay, we're going a little too heavy here into the CGI, going a little too heavy here into the green screen, right? Where when it's noticeable to me like that, I do have an issue with. And so, like, you know, the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, you know, Peter Jackson's Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King, right? How a lot of that was, you know, mixed and matched. Yes, there was CGI, like Gollum, right? Absolutely was CGI'd in, but it was done in a way that just worked, and it was masterfully done. So in lieu of that, I like older art like this, and I really think we, you know, there's a market to be had in going back to a more like realistic sense of filmmaking and art like this. I miss this. I'll say I miss this. This is childhood for me, despite me, you know, being born in 95.
This game is made by something called the Software Toolworks.
The Software Toolworks presents...
Oh, yeah, all right.
The Fitness Grand Pacer test, anybody?
See? I didn't even need to tell you. There you go. God damn, guys. The merch you're packing back there is so ancient, it makes the horse and carriage look high-tech.
I'm sorry, when was this? We're calling floppy disks ancient 8 years ago. You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't going to read it anyways. Man, these guys really don't want you...
They could have slowed that down by about a third.
to forget they made the game, do they? They must have been very proud of this, seeing as they made their own logo twice as big as the headlining act.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was credit to give.
So fun story on JonTron Reactions. I've had him sing like You Are Not a Gnome in one of his videos. I have absolutely had a South American company just claim that. And it went, and YouTube let it go the whole 30 days. They had 30 days and didn't let that claim go. And eventually they ended up dropping because they didn't want to provide the hey, we own this. I guarantee you this will probably get claimed in some capacity, even though it's a JonTron parody.
Now they're really twisting my hand.
Amazing.
Nothing I
Awful.
can say. A total eclipse of the brand.
I'm totally gonna see it, and if I see it, I will post it. I will post the company that is claiming Total Eclipse of the Heart. I will absolutely do that.
Hey, this is actually pretty cool.
And now
it's
we're
just
here.
chess with all our favorite Star Wars characters. Han doesn't get to play, though. He's just dead in the background until Luke decides to stop playing games and save him.
Yeah. We're gonna lower that just in case. Oh my god, this is perfect. The irony here that the title sequence, right, the Star Wars intro, right, the scrolling text, the irony that was like 300% speed of what it should be, but this is like 300% slower than you would. Oh, this is perfect. This is gold. This is subversive marketing. This is a subversive masterpiece. I love it.
Chewie sure is a lot slower than I remember him.
Amazing.
Okay.
I saw that clipping. Hold up.
Than I remember him.
Look at that clipping. It's because he's moving down. I have to deal with this with VTubing as well. Oh my god, you are kidding me right now. I absolutely have to deal with that. There's certain things, like if I were to pull out my new staff asset, right? Or if I were to like move up my horns a little bit to a certain point, right? How you'd see a little clipping. I know exactly what that is. Oh my god.
Okay. One down. 100 to go.
Yep. Well, depending on the AI, chess games can be pretty quick. He's going. Amazing.
This is so slow! Oh my god! How many games was I expected to be able to play? 3 ever?
Stop, please. I'm not ready to die.
Oh my god.
This is one heavy board game. There are these little battle animations that take place on the board when 2 pieces clash, kind of like
I actually kind of like this, though. Right? Having your own unique interactions. I mean, like, Naruto Storm, the Storm series, right? If you wanted to use, like, a Naruto and Sasuke Ultimate Jutsu, how you get special dialogue or special cutscene, we as gamers will do the most minute things for extra content like this. So if you're going to make chess, if you're going to have a branded chess game and you're going to have unique interactions between them, even if there's only, so, like say, let's just say 60 interactions, right? Just a number, right? That's super cool.
battle chess, but I think it might take my entire life to see it all, so out of respect for your time and mine, I'll switch to the Sega CD version that actually functions like a real game. They've cut out the
Realistically, yeah, you just have to speed it up a little bit. That's perfectly serviceable.
walking animations and just reduce the overall hang time so we can get to the good parts faster. The graphics aren't quite as appealing in this version, but the presentation is a little better. They also added a little curtain call where the pieces are introduced.
Audio was a little high in this part. I know that like if John made this nowadays, right? Like this would be a little different. Audio is a little high. I would have lowered it by about 20%. That way your voice is not competing for it.
In the beginning, with Luke and the Emperor starring as the Kings and Leia and Darth Vader starring as the Queens.
There's a meme in there. Amazing.
With a walk cycle like that, you know the Queen lifestyle chose you, okay? You were born to be a diva.
I mean, one could argue Anakin was in fact a drama queen in certain aspects. Oh, but Kip, Anakin was a horrible character, and Hayden Christensen just played a whiny kid. That's what it was. He was a child slave brought into an order that said his emotions were invalid. He was not allowed to show them. Like, that's what he was. That's what Anakin was supposed to be. The whole point of Anakin is he is a traumatized child living in a dogmatic environment where his emotions continuously have to be repressed, and he can't exist outside of the Jedi Order. Like, oh my god, it's so... I love when that argument comes up. I rant on that every time.
Whoa, dude, Yoda over here looking like he did a serious weed, dude. The smoke green guy knows what's up.
Yeah. Amazing.
Whoa, well, that was amazing.
I would love a modern iteration of that, actually. I would love a modern iteration of that. I'd drop $20 on that.
Mine does that.
The graphics are notably downgraded in this version, which you wouldn't really think would happen considering it's the Sega CD. You also get a few more options, but it's mostly just board styles and stuff. Nothing much to see here. This time, the battles take place on their own separate platform in space that you have to shuttle to at high speeds every time.
That will actually break immersion. I think if they just sped up the original, it would have been completely serviceable.
Literally every 2 pieces on this board have a unique set of win-loss sequences. If you strung them out start to finish, you're left with about 30 minutes of animation. That's impressive. Man, they're so weird.
That is give me money for Disney. Come on now. Star Wars and Disney right now. This is give me money for them. The amount of compilations that people would make, the amount of mods people would make, the amount of, I guess technically mods is not the selling point. This is easy give me money for like a Disney Star Wars low effort. Here, just have this in modernity, right? They don't have to develop Battlefront EA3. They don't have to develop another Jedi Survivor type game, which I heard the second one's gotten better since its initial release was just rough. I've heard it's gotten better, but like this is easy give me money, and it helps build into that brand network that so many brands are. You want your merch, you want your t-shirts, you want your hats, you want your branded snacks, you want your video games, you want your adjacent board games, right? Like this is an easy give me for like an Android app.
Practically worth the price of admission by themselves. Not to mention, it's just also fun to watch your favorite characters die tragically in unexpectedly violent ways. Poor R2. Poor Luke. Poor Leia.
Oh, that's rough. Oh, no.
Yoda, he got turned into goo.
Yeah,
that's too bad. I really liked Yoda. Everyone's sad now. Who am I? Who are you? What's right and wrong?
I thought I told you I don't like banana pudding.
I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but it is just weird seeing all these timeless characters get blown to pieces, mashed up, burned, and decimated. C-3PO usually just wins by being an idiot. I wouldn't have...
You don't even have to do this. You can just do like Star Wars, like, what is it? Like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Episode 4, right? How you can tell it's a prop and the Vader slashes it and then it falls down, right? Like you can allude to it, so to speak. You don't have to have this level of detail. You don't have to have this level of just absolute carnage. I mean, you can have just like Boba Fett shoots a wrist rocket and the subsequent explosion sends Yoda flying, right? And then that's your cinematic. That's your sequence, right? And it'd be very easy because you're not having to work in a game engine, but you could just work and animate it, right? Like you could even make it with the advancements I know Disney has made, right? In reconstruction, like reconstructing people's appearances and stuff, you know, withstanding legal ability to, right? Like, you know, make sure you get Mark Hamill's permission to use his likeness, all that fun stuff, right? Yeah, you could absolutely have a killing here. You could absolutely have a really unique modern experience, and it would win a few brownie points.
Have it any other way. 3PO, you're bringing a new meaning to the word slaying. Oh, it's beautiful. It's majestic. Yoda made that poor man commit suicide. He's so cool. I wonder how he does all that weed and can still be so cool.
Now, who would ever thought chess could scar a man's life that bad?
Yeah.
Until next time, I'll be taking Obi-Wan to D3.
Oh, it's glued.
Okay, all right. I think that's just for show.
Yeah. This went really hard, actually. I for sure thought this was like 08 or something, or maybe at most like 2013. I did not think this was 8 years ago. I did not think this was like 2015, 16. This is wild to consider. But alas, I guess let me know what your thoughts are. Do you know what some of these pieces run for nowadays? Do you own any of these pieces? Do you do you know any of the prices for them in modernity? Is there anything you'd like to share about the Star Wars series? Do you still own copies of Star Wars chess? Which version? Do you think that there's an experience out there that kind of emulate this in a better capacity, right? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, if you liked this content, definitely go check out the original video and the original channel to JonTron is down in the description. And I will see you all in the next one.